Okay, it's currently 1:54 GMT, and we are 6 minutes away from consumer sentiment. So I've just taken a long right in here in pound at 95, 24,995. I took a long right in here, got out somewhere in here, and just because how this has been very thin, so I took the position out and now re-entered the stop just below in here. So just want this price action to hold right now and not trade below this low initially, because I'm trying to run us back into this 25,600 area. So I'm looking for that and just going to discuss that. So let's just pull up a new chart here. So you can see on this chart we are hitting some pocket on that on that liquidity from this area. So somewhere in this area. So the reason is the reason I'm trying to fill in this particular gap right now is so you can see the shift occurring in here just these candles trading above this shelf and hitting something on the lower time frame pockets, which we'll discuss. But so this was actually pretty cleaned up, didn't move much for the day, and then it decides to take a short right down into some of the pocket that I traded. So, and right now it's bouncing. So the initial idea being that this candle has come into the range and it's now consolidating. So given it's Friday, I think we could see a run back into some of these structural areas up here. So that's the idea behind the trade. And now just to show you the 15-minute. So these so you can see this little shelf in here. So price is stalling in that, and you can see how the price action has been dealing. So picks up some liquidity, comes back down, then picks up the rest of what picked up the liquidity, and then comes back into a new pick above those highs, and then decides to run. So vulnerable point to making a trade. I do understand we haven't we haven't expanded much for the day, so I think that could be the entry, and we could see the expansion to the upside. So what I'm hoping for right now. So let's see. And also just take this back, and also on this daily chart, so you can see we hit that upper new liquidity from above this consolidation. So you can see, so this generally would push a little bit lower than these consolidations, so which it did, and right now we're hitting some of the core structure right in this area. So kind of hoping that it should at least fill in this gap before it taking a leg down. I do have a short from in here, just stop is just in here. So, and it's all scaled out, just holding 10%. So just kind of hoping that for today price action can actually go in a little bit and take my profit. So let's see how the data comes out, and just see. And also, yeah, the so you can see this is a range in here, and this is a tag which got failed. So that's another reason why I'm trying to turn us back. So let's see how this one goes. So data comes out in about 2 minutes. Let's see. Okay, so in 15 seconds, so this is how the numbers look like. So consumer sentiment expected 63. So let's see how this comes up, and just watching the price action in here and see where it goes, but just keeping an eye on the spread. You can see how the spread moves. So at least the downside so far. I think I'm stopped out. No, still in it. So looking at this, I would just hope that this move now holds, because if it does, then I think I'm out of the position. But I think it doesn't hit much, but it still come back to the downside, I think. So as far as the number is concerned, 57.7, so bearish US dollars. So let's see, wouldn't make much of a difference anyways. So if it does tries to consolidate in here, then I think we could see a roll over to the downside, possibly, but too soon to say that. So also looking at our S&P is also released to the downside a little bit. I'm not so convinced in here. I think I have a pocket right in here. Yeah, I think S&P could trade into this 24 area, which doesn't mean so well for our pound trade, given the correlation. Not so much, but I think still the data wise, I think they move together, so we'll have to wait and see. I think we could move our stop just below that low, because even if that if it comes below this low, then probably we're going lower anyways. So I think, yeah, 5 pip loss, that's okay. S&P, interesting. It would be better if S&P finds some support in this area. I have no bias whatsoever in S&P. I think it's just a two-way street right now. It could go anywhere, really. Just no bias. If I had to say, a little bit minor bias is downside. Just not playing it. Just a little bit. Just how this liquidity area looks. So. But not today. I don't know how today goes, but let's still watch pound. So much more comfortable position, given that also we are still moving it like this. So we also have this thin run in here, which could get rebalanced. So this is interesting to pull out a tick chart in here and see how that one looks. The fact that I'm trying to run this high, just it's majorly because it's Friday. So Friday generally bleeds up, so that's what I'm looking for. If it does that, and we still have an hour to go for London close, so a fair amount of things can happen before that. So let's see how this one goes. So I got stopped out of the trade. Actually, this move trade came below that low. Actually came all the way down at 898, so I got stopped out in there, but as you can see, didn't maintain. As I said, this is also a pretty gapish on a tick chart, so it's subject to that it could draw right back and switch it. So right now I'm not touching it. This is because Friday it's getting quite late. Might be another half an hour, could be, but just not going to touch it now right now, because the overall range for today has been only 50 pips, so it can expand another 50 pips, but I'm not so keen on the levels below until we reach 24,300. So just how it looks on 15. So you can see I want this new pickup right in here at 24,300. Otherwise, this is not anything right now. It could still fail and go right back up. I think that would be the move that could carry us into this area. But so far, if we look at the structure in this area, it doesn't look so nicely. And this is another fractal here, which is breaking down, which is highly suggestive of move to the downside. Just drawing that quickly again, so you can see this fractal, and now we extend below that fractal very thinly. We came back up, consolidated, and right now I think it's a good short if you want to trade breakouts. I don't, so I think we could see. I think we can take an exercise right in here and sell it right in here. So okay, I don't have the platform up, but so you can take the sell right in here. So right in here only. So we'll take the sell right in here, and you can see 1, 2, and you can place a stop at 14 pips in here, because even if it starts running above this high, I think we should draw right back in. But also it's still inside the level, so the level is not broken yet, so it could be, but certainly nice to feel what the price is doing. Let's see, I think it should make it to the downside, but if it fails, then I think we can run this back up, and the way this has been dead to now, I think we can run it into this area and possibly where I was targeting initially. So watching this closely right now, I think another 15 minutes if it does give me anything to be working with, but if anything high probability comes up, then only with higher probability, I mean if price comes back up, breaks that high, and then starts sitting in here, that's telling me that it wants to, you know, fill this gap. So that trade can also be taken, but we'll see how this one goes. Okay, so we ended up dropping from that area, and now I'm just a one-way street right now. Nothing to be done for me. Given it's Friday, so I would like to leave it alone and might watch some S&P in here, but otherwise I think it's done. But for pound, and I think we should hit some structure down in here that could have been tradable otherwise, but I don't think so on Friday, so just going to leave this alone. And overall looking for a new pickup in this 24,300 as pointed out earlier, and we have to see how this one goes. But generally I think quite happy to how I finally see this move unfolding, because I've been looking for this move since this area. So fine. I thought this would happen right in here, but nonetheless we actually went for a newer pickup in this area. So if I show you that, so you can see you know, this was the whole range which the price was dealing off initially, and now we actually came to this area on Wednesday in here, which was newer pickup from this shelf in here. When this liquid deals off, then that's how we are going to slip in this gap. That's not to say that we'll have some reaction from this area. So let's see anything else. So yeah, it's hitting some of those pockets, but there was a pocket right in here, just deleted it because not much substance in that. So you could, you know, certainly very nice to exercise these and see what happens. But if this would have been another weekday, like non-Friday, especially I think Tuesday, that would have been a very nice trade, because after Tuesday, you know, when Wednesday trading starts, so you can see a nice reversal in here. So that's what I would look at, but since Friday, so I'm not so keen on this pocket. And then I think if we do make our way into 24,300 might take a small long, but other than that, it's just not don't want to do anything right now. And I still have the short which I was looking for some time, and I do have this short right in here working in here. So nice to see that, just holding a little bit of that position, and let's see how far this one goes. But finally targeting 24.3, so 30 pips away now. So that's it for the day. And also the S&P showing some pressure. I think we could come down to the lower levels given how this area is quite delta. So let's see what happens.